Well, once I started going on appointments with Frank, one thing became clear very quickly. He was never going to manage this medical maze by himself. He could not organize the issues. He could not remember what had been said. He could not explain the bigger picture. And if left alone, he would wander into side issues and half-truths before the appointment got anywhere useful. He'd tell jokes to the doctor and stuff like that. So I went in prepared with a list, with notes, with the full picture in mind. That is what medical advocacy leadership looks like. Hi, I'm Suzanne Fasella, and I am a retired physician assistant and healthcare advocate. I teach families and caregivers how to go from emotional chaos to strong leadership in senior care so that you have more confidence, more time, less exhaustion, and the right resources. So here we go. Someone walks into the appointment prepared. Someone knows the questions. Someone tracks the patterns. Someone makes sure the right things get said. Someone holds the full picture together. You see, I could not let Therese attend these appointments. She was still attached to Frank's problems. She wanted the doctors to make Frank stop drinking, and that wasn't going to happen. At primary care, I helped bring the whole picture into the room. The doctor saw that Frank had never had a bone density test. His blood work was alarming. His weight loss raised concerns for something more serious, like cancer. Then we got him in with a new pain specialist, a good one. That changed everything. He evaluated Frank carefully. He wanted him back with a spine surgeon. He increased the gabapentin. He wanted to try an epidural, both to locate the source of pain and hopefully relieve it. Well, the epidural worked beautifully. Within 24 hours, Frank was laughing again, joking again, and talking about future travel. Therese was thrilled. Frank was his old self again. But this is one of those moments where caregivers can get fooled if they are not thinking clearly. Pain relief can create false confidence. Frank heard temporary. Emotionally, he heard, I'm back. I'm ready to go. Life is good. At the same time, the increased gabapentin became a problem. His memory got worse. He repeated himself more. His legs began swelling. And I asked the pain specialist if we could reduce it now that the epidural was helping. And he agreed. Nobody had thought of that. Then cardiology entered the picture. Frank messaged the cardiologist on his own that his legs were swelling, and he failed to explain to the cardiologist that he had started the gabapentin and had increased it. So cardiology did what? They added a diuretic, a water pill, to relieve some of the water in his legs. This is how seniors get buried in the medical maze. One doctor responds to one symptom, another doctor responds to another symptom, and the medication gets added. And a side effect that gets mistaken for a new disease is really just a side effect. And the person in the middle of all of this is too impaired, too proud, or too disorganized to connect the dots. This is also where Therese needed more than awareness. She needed acceptance. Awareness says, I think something is wrong with how I'm responding. Acceptance says, yes, this is a problem. I am codependent here, trying to chase after the problems. I am letting his choices decide my internal state. I am trying to manage what is not mine to manage. That acceptance is not shame. It is actually clarity. Because until a caregiver accepts her own codependent pattern, she will keep calling it love, loyalty, responsibility, or being a good sister or a daughter. She will keep overextending. She will keep trying to stabilize the entire world around one unstable person. Leadership is not the same thing as that. Leadership means bringing structure into a fragmented system. It does not mean absorbing another adult's life into your own nervous system. That difference is really going to matter. And that is the part I want you to really think about. Sometimes the caregiver is the only person who sees the full picture. The doctor sees the one symptom, the specialist sees one body part, the senior explains one complaint, and the family argues about one behavior. But someone has to connect all the dots. That does not mean you carry the whole person's life on your back. It means you bring structure into the appointment so the doctors can make better decisions and you can stop feeling like everything depends on your memory, your worry, or your panic. This is something that there are so many different ways you can do in a medical appointment. So many different things that I talk about and that I've done on medical appointments to pull everything together for the doctor. And I can pull it together in seconds. And I can show you how to do that. So if you want to build this kind of steadier family system, I have a link below for the 12-week steady care plan. And you just join the wait list because I open it up to only 25 people at a time. So I can help them get through it and we can work on what they need and customize their plans. You see, I am not here to fix your problems. I am here to show you how to fix your problems because it's very doable. When I get you to become the leader in senior care that I know you can be, we can throw anything at you and you're fine with it. Just say, I can handle that because you know how. That's what true leadership is. So in the next video, Frank's pain starts breaking through again. And Therese has to face the truth that many caregivers hate facing. Trying harder was not going to fix this. She had to let go of decisions that were never hers to own. Before a doctor's appointment, just write down what your senior may forget to say. This is one of the key things you can do. Falls, medication changes, memory problems, swelling, pain, weight loss, safety concerns. Do not count on them to explain it clearly. Your senior doesn't do that very good job at that. Your job is to bring the full picture, not argue with every bad choice. So if you like this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and share it with another caregiver who's trying to make sense of all these doctor's appointments, medication changes, and a senior who cannot explain the whole picture clearly. And I'll see you in the next video.